there are about 100 things that are disinformation right now that the government will be telling us, no, that's not disinformation. Case in point, the Hunter Biden laptop story, which apparently Jankowicz, I think I said it right.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Apparently Jankowicz went on social media during one of the Biden-Trump debates and suggested that the Hunter Biden laptop story was just Russian disinformation, which we all know now. Even the New York Times is saying now, 8 months after the fact, that it was not Russian disinformation. In fact, that was Hunter Biden's laptop. Oh, I guess the emails are legit. Oh, I guess Hunter Biden set up a meeting with his then vice president dad and a bunch of Ukrainian business officials.
Yeah, I think to me that is the most jarring of the things that she has done of her track record, because sure, there are plenty of examples of disinformation coming from the left or straight lies coming from the left that she didn't call out and that she has refused to call out during her career as a disinformation expert.
Yes, she's made a career. She's a disinformation fellow at the Wilson Center or Institute or something like that.
So as she's been doing this, she's ignored plenty of disinformation coming from the left. But I think even more jarring than that to me is this Hunter Biden thing, because she is calling it disinformation. She's supposed to be she's doing what is supposed to be her job, which is to call out disinformation, except what she's calling disinformation turned out to be 100% true. So she's not even qualified to say what's disinformation, because she clearly doesn't know what is and isn't true.
Well, look, so, leading up to the 2020 election, Biden had this just incredibly massive media advantage because, while the media was doing everything it could, while it was speculating as hard as it could that, Trump did this, the media was pushing out all this, fake Russiagate stuff. That turned out to be completely fabricated by Clinton officials. And, that wasn't disinformation. But when a negative story comes out about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, that's disinformation. And that's the exact problem here, is when you let these people determine what's disinformation and what's not, when they don't leave it up to you, when it's like, no, we're going to decide, and then you can listen to the experts, you can trust us, and we'll tell you what disinformation is. That's what happens. You get these people with agendas that start labeling things disinformation based on what will help them the most. And it's not just going to be the Hunter Biden laptop story. There are a million narratives that are completely false that this disinformation board will never say is disinformation. You got lockdowns, COVID lockdowns. For a long time, the CDC recommended it. The CDC claimed that anyone that said lockdowns weren't working was just spreading disinformation. Well, we're on the other side of COVID now. We know that places that had lockdowns and places that didn't had the same amount of COVID deaths and illnesses. If anything, the lockdowns just delayed it a little bit.
Yeah, and there's been multiple studies about the mental effects of a lockdown and how that has harmed people, and those also aren't being shared.
So it's quite possible that, you're going to have the same amount of COVID deaths, but if you lock down, you're also going to have deaths related to economic disaster. You're going to have suicides. You're going to have, starvation in developing countries. You're going to have all of this stuff. You're going to have mental health issues skyrocket. And also the same amount of people are going to die from COVID.
So you didn't do much.